Hello people, I'm Fox, and today we're taking a look at two mods actually. This is a double whammy, the Dungeons mobs and the Dungeons gear. Now, first and foremost, yes, this is a mod about the Minecraft Dungeons game. Second of all, I never played Minecraft Dungeons. If I have the time and money to even buy it, I will. So if I make any mistakes, I'm sorry for it. Also, why am I doing this? Why am I doing a double whammy? Because I actually heard that they usually go together and work together much better. Because if you don't use the Dungeons Gear mod, the Dungeons mobs will actually use just normal iron armor, and now it will look definitely a lot cooler. Anyway, uh, I do wanted to say something else, but I think I'm going to only say it when the time is at that. So let's take a look at the first mod, which is the Dungeons mobs. I put the mobs into some categories. As you can see, we have the undeads, the illagers, the misc mobs, because there were a lot of miscellaneous mobs that couldn't be put into any of the categories, and the items. So let me actually get a pretty good sword, or well, yeah, as you can see, the dungeons mobs only has one page, but the armors or dungeons gear does have a lot more, because yeah, there's quite a lot of weapons in that game. Meaning we're going to take a look at all of them, but really we're just going to take a small look at them. There's nothing really else to it. Also, we're going to definitely take a look at the artifacts and the armor for a bit of a longer time. So let me actually get a pretty okay sword. Maybe the sickle will do. That should do. So let's actually go and start off with the first few mobs. I believe I'm going to put this into normal, and I'm not sure if they will burn, but they might. Oh, okay, they have armor. So the first one is the armored zombie. It's literally an armored zombie. There is nothing else to it, really. It's just that they have armor as well. I believe that you can actually find these out in the wild, but you can also find them and configure them to have them in raids. How many HP does this guy have? There we go. Oh my god. Oh, they have a reinforced mail chest plate, meaning that you should probably use some other really good weapons, not just a sickle. The next one is a jungle zombie, which will definitely burn. Yep. Also, why do I have... There. It's a bit more better. However, I believe I should probably go into creative or survival mode for this show. So let me actually get some items, some armor right here. I'm not going to use those armors yet because they don't really have a pants version as well. So yeah, I'm going to also put in game mode keep inventory true just because. So game mode survival. Okay, so let's start off with the armored zombie once again. They do have quite a lot of HP, probably because of the armor. I'm going to kill them. Come on, ow. I also know that yes, the sickle is actually a dual-handed, or dual-wielded weapon, meaning they should probably wield more than one. Next is actually the jungle zombie. However, I don't want to go into the night because more mobs will spawn. Actually, what do you do to poison? Yeah, you will poison me as well. Interesting. Who could have guessed? Also, they do have quite a lot of HP once again. The next one is the frozen zombie, which will probably slow me down. That's basically it. And have a snowball in its hand has some really cool effects. And now I'm going to almost die. So let me actually go into creative. Let's get this to go into my other hand, and let me get some enchanted golden apples because man, am I going to die. So we're going to talk about the weapons as well, but you can see that you can actually dual wield this weapon. Next is the illagers. I put these guys into different categories because I did see that the royal guards, and these are usually vindicators, it seems, There's also the Armored Pillager, and the Illusioner, the Isolator, the Geomancer, and the Windcaller. So we're going to take a look at them each. I believe this is the army. I forgot what which one this is, but oh god, he does deal quite a lot of damage. I'm going to die right now. Or not. Yep, there we go, the Armored Vindicator. Yes, he does have quite a lot of HP and a lot of armor. Come on, buddy. Okay, no, can you not? Do you mind if I? Does also have quite a really wide range. Oh man, I'm not going to die once again. I'm dead. There we go. Yeah, so, you know, we might actually go into creative for this one. Oh, he died. And he dropped the double axe. We're going to take a look at which weapon this is. The next one is the Royal Guard. The Royal Guard actually looks really menacing, has a mace and a really cool shield we're going to take a look at. They also have a really small knockback. There we go, we killed them. It's actually not that hard to kill them, but with an armor like me, like I do, like I have, it's pretty bad. Also, I'm going to time set day just because I don't want it to be night, and I know that there is a command for that, but I'm lazy to do that. This is actually the Vindicator Chef, which does look really funny and I like him, and he does drop his hat. The next one is the Mountaineer. Now, usually Mountaineers do actually have better pickaxes, however, I didn't even notice it yet, so I believe you can actually use a blacksmith or a smithing table for that. Let's check that out later. It does also seem that they have like a pickaxe type of weapon, which is actually a climbing pickaxe or mountain pickaxe. I forgot what's it called. Icebreaker, maybe even that. Okay, this is genuinely really fun, and how you attack the people is really interesting. There we go. Only some of the weapons are dual wieldable as well. I'm just saying, putting that out right there. And usually they are scythes or gauntlets or something like that. So let's take a look at the next view. This is the Armored Pillager. Who could have guessed? It's a pillager with armor. That looks really interesting and looks really strong. Not into that because I don't want to hit the armor stand accidentally. There we go. The next view is actually the most interesting out of them. The Illusioner is usually in the game actually, but can't be able to spawn. And this is how you actually spawn them. There we go. Next one is the Isolator, which was in the trailer for the Mountain update. There we go. He does have a staff, I believe. I'm actually going to go into survival for this one because I'm genuinely interested. I know the Illusioner, how he works, but I don't want to know how the Isolator works. Oh! He puts ice above us, and it will fall. Interesting. And he's really fast. I'm just gonna see. Oh, okay, it doesn't deal that much damage, but it does slow you down quite a bit, which is pretty bad. Come on. Come on, buddy. Ow. Hey. You can't really see it from third-person view as well, or like a first-person view. Where did he go? Oh, I see in between the armor. Yeah, he was. Come on now. Okay, you're really fast, and I hate you. And there we go. It does seem that they drop a staff, but I don't know what happened to this. The Geomancer is the next one. Who is this one? No, it's the Windcaller as well. I'm sorry, I forgot. They do have this kind of attack, which will lift you up. I accidentally opened that. Which will lift you up, and if you are in that radius, it will definitely lift you up. Which is really interesting. Oh boy, there we go again. There I go. Here comes he as well, and he's dead now. Because he was a fool and ran into his own trap. The last one is the Geomancer, which is the Earth Boy. Oh! He actually uses some walls. Ah, interesting. He's also really slow, but it does seem that he's a bit tanky. He doesn't really have any attacks other than just that one, it seems. Okay, so the next few, which is going to be the last and the miscellaneous parts, are usually just creepers, and I did also put them into categories of what they are with the spawn eggs. So the first one is the icy creeper, which is actually just an ice, and it only slows you down and puts some sonus potion effects on the ground. The next one is the whisperer, which is this boy, which does seem like a really strong foe as well. This is also from the DLC, I believe, and does have some magical attacks. Oh, interesting. It does seem that those can be attacked as well. And it can spawn different mobs as well. So you're the Whisperer and you must die now. There we go. Ouch. There we go. That dropped some mines. Good to know. The next one is, I believe, the Leap Leaf, which is a really strong foe, it seems, and it does deal quite a lot of damage. How do you even work it against this with just melee? I have no clue, but it does seem like a really strong foe and does seem really interesting with its big flower on its head. Which does look really funny. But you must die now, buddy. I'm sorry. And he does have quite a lot of health as well. However, I do dislike the oof sounds. I do have a texture pack on, which should be the normal death sound, but I do dislike that they don't really have any different attack sounds. This was the poison quill that the Whisperer spawns, so he doesn't really have anything interesting. He only spits arrows of poison. And the last one is the quick growing wine, which is the just wine that the Whisperer spawns. It's interesting. It's not really anything, it's just a wall, but it is an entity. The next few, I'm going to take this actually out. The next few, which is the next one, is the Wraith, or the Breath. It does seem that this is actually a ice one, and it does burn in sunlight. And does have the gas sounds as well. The next one is the Conjured Slime, which is just a slimy boy. Hey there, buddy. How's it going? I do want to see, what did he do? I believe he just gets into my head, maybe? You do nothing. Oh, you do spit things at me. Oh, there's even a bigger one. Oh, he does shoot slime balls at me, which is interesting. It should be actually clean, but I do have a texture pack on. And it's not really purple either, so that's kind of a sad thing. Yeah, my Vanilla Tweaks texture pack does really mess up some of the stuff. It also messes up the stacking texture pack I do have. The next one is the Redstone Cube. This is actually going to be one of the scariest ones. However, you only do melee damage, but it does seem that you will have quite a lot of health. No, he didn't. The next one is actually the scariest, the Redstone Golem, which is the biggest boy, and he's really slow, but does ooh, yeah, no, I really dislike that amount of damage, and it does seem that he's an Iron Golem type of enemy. He does have some wanky animations, as you can see. Maybe even attaching the redstone at the back is actually a better idea, but he doesn't really... It doesn't seem that he gets more damage more by that. I don't have a mod that shows how many health they have, so, which is quite a bit of a pain in the butt, but you know. He does have a lot of health. Oh my god. I'm going to actually use a different weapon, it seems. Let's see. Yes, the Botsor should do. It's a bit slower, however, but will deal a lot of damage. Or it's not even slow. It has 0.7 attack speed, which is pretty interesting, but come on now, buddy. I have a video to make. Die. Okay, buddy, come on, there we go. He also dropped some stone and some redstone, which is really unfortunate. The next one is a squall golem, which is small. He doesn't like you at all, it does seem. But to his demise, I'm going to actually die. There you go. So let's go into creative once again. Who could have guessed and killed this bug? It does seem that he's a bit more weaker because of his size. There you go, now the attack speed is normal. There we go. And he only drops some iron ingots and some gold. Let's do D. There we go. And the last chest or last barrel we're going to take a look at is the miscellaneous or the items version, the items one. So as you could have seen at the Royal Guard, he does drop a Royal Guard shield, or does have a Royal Guard shield. The Skeleton Vanguard, which I didn't actually find. Oh wait, I did. They're here, I forgot. Doesn't matter. So let's actually take a look at the skeletons again. This is the Armored Skeleton, which is just an Armored Skeleton, as you can see. The Mossy Skeleton is a jungle type of skeleton. The next one is a Skeleton Vanguard. Now this has a... I believe it's just a I don't know, let me actually see what its name is. It's a glaive, I forgot. And this has the Vanguard, or a Skeleton Vanguard shield. That's a Skeleton Horseman, which doesn't seem like they have horses, but they do have helmets. The last one is a Necromancer, which is, I believe, can spawn in even more skeletons. So let me... There, just as a quick and easy clearing. I'm going to use some... going to probably use an iron or even a diamond armor, just so I can even fight this buddy. But I will fight the Necromancer, because why not? I'm interested how this will work out. This will look. So yes, he does spawn quite a lot of skeletons, and he doesn't have that many health, as it seems. He only spawns skeletons because, of course, Necromancers usually bring back people from the dead, meaning that he did bring back people from the dead. So anyway, we also have the Gold Pillager helmet and the Diamond Pillager helmet, which I believe... Oh, that's interesting. So it might be a rare drop other than anything else. And you can also get the gold one from the Pillagers, the Armored Pillagers. The Vindicator helmet is also from the Armored Vindicators, but I do want to see... Huh. But it doesn't seem that it's actually diamond, which is quite interesting. The next few is actually weapons, which is the Spatula, the Mountaineer Axe, the Gold Mountaineer Axe, and the Diamond Mountaineer Axe, which, as you can see, it's probably just acquirable from killing enemies or killing the Mountaineers. The Skeleton Vanguard actually has a different helmet, and the the Vindicator Chef does have a different helmet, which does look really good, to be honest. All of them, even the Chef helmet. I do like this mod as well, because a lot of the mods have a really cool picture for their items, and then they just look like a normal diamond helmet, but they layer on it, and that's it. That's basically it. But this one does change it up a bit, quite a bit, and I do like it a lot. Now the Vindicator staff, or the Windcaller, sorry, the Geomancer and the Necromancer staff is actually, I didn't find any use for this. I don't know what it does, because I can't really summon anything. However, oh no, oh no, an armor broke. There we go. However, I do want to see if we're going to creative. Let me get some creepers, I guess. There. Can I? Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can actually use them on on mobs, and it does seem that they do have a cooldown. The next one is, of course, the Geomancer, which will create a wall that is unkillable, untouchable, and anything else. The next one, the Necromancer staff, it seems that it will spit a fireball, which won't explode, I believe. However, there aren't any mobs nearby, so... Ah, interesting. This is actually not even the Necromancers, but rather this one, the Wrath Fire Charge. So the Wrath Fire Charge will create some blue fires, which is also pretty good, knowing the fact that there are now three different fire versions: the Soul Fire, the Wrath Fire, and the normal fire in this mod with this. Anyway, that should be it. That should be the Dungeons Mobs mod. Now let's go over to the Dungeons Gear mod, which has quite a lot of stuff. I'm going to quickly go over them. I won't even show how it looks in my hands because it looks the item that looks like the okay. Give me a second. My brain just shut off. So the item that is usually in the barrel just looks like the same in my hand. It doesn't have a 3D texture, it doesn't have anything. But we're going to take a look at the artifacts and the armors, which are a lot of, as you can see. Anyway, let's take a look at the melees first. Some of these are actually put into categories as well, as you can see. So the first row, and this two, is the dual wield, and this one is the assassin look, or the assassin weapons. As I said, I never played Dungeons, but I want to. And this is, I believe, the warriors. Interesting. Anyway, so first, that's the daggers, or the weapon of cravens, or so folks say. This is a dual wield, doesn't have any special effects, and it only deals 2 damage with 2.4 attack speed. The next is the Fang of Frost. This loaded dagger of the Northern Mountains is known to freeze its foes to solid ice. Basically, if you hit an enemy, they will be freezed and not even like slowed down with slowness. They actually will freeze, which is interesting because I believe we also have potions for that, but it doesn't seem that it shows up. So I don't know how this will play out. I want to find out. So let's see, piggy. Let's see, get a pig. Get a pig. There. Huh, that's interesting. So it does actually just do a slowness effect, and it does really have a really weak attack damage, but the attack speed does go with that, and the dual wield as well. So the next one is the Moon Dagger. Basically, this curved blade shines like the crescent moon on a dark night. Soul's critical boost, the Enigma Resonator, there we go. Resonator 1, and it is a dual wield. It is basically the same, but it has a Soul's critical boost, which I believe is just a critical boost. I did try this out. I did try all of these weapons out, but they didn't really do anything else. The Sheer Dagger, even the simplest of farmers can wield these sheer daggers with savage results. Chance to spawn area damage, which is swirling. If you attack enemies, you will create a kind of swirling attack around you, which is really cool. The sickle that we used, a ceremonial weapon that hails from the same region as the Desert Temple, aka the desert. It does have 3 attack damage, but slower attack speed. The next one is the Nightmare's Bite. The blade of Nightmare's Bite drips with deadly venom, still potent after all these years. It does spawn some poison clouds, which I do want to show because these are genuinely really interesting. No, I didn't want to kill a pug, I wanted to kill a pig. So, it does only have just a small chance of spawning them. There we go, and it's spawned it right there. I believe it's random, or yeah, it is random, so it's not after killing somebody. But this poison cloud is genuinely huge. It doesn't kill them as well. It's like the poison for you. It only deals damage to them, and they die. The last one is a last laugh. Strange, distorted laughter seems to whisper from this menacing-looking sickle. Mobs drop more valuables, which is the Prospector 1, the dual wield, and it does have the same stats as the sickle. Mobs drop more valuables, aka they will drop more. It's basically looting too. The next one is the gauntlets and the gauntlet versions. Gauntlets call back to an ancient style of hand combat, dual wield. It does have a 2 attack damage and a 2.4 attack speed, which is basically just a normal one. However, I do want to see how does this look. It does look really interesting, and it does look like I'm giving hands, or just, you know what they call it. And they do look like you're punching as well, which is really interesting and really funny. Okay, let's take quickly. Just I don't want it to be Night on me. The next one is the Fighter's Binding. Made in the wilds beyond the mountains, these gauntlets have been worn by warriors for centuries. The next one is the Mauler. This claw-like weapon wielded by ancient Aeliger soldiers is savage in battle. Increases attack speed, which I believe if you start attacking, you will get a even more attack speed for that. This also boosts attack speed, which is really good because it now has 4 attack speed, which is really fast. If you want to see it, let me put it in here and here. Basically, I'm really I'm boxing really fast. It's really funny, to be honest. I really like this one as well. It has to be one of my favorites. The Soul Fist. Soul Fists are gauntlets clad with great gemstones, each containing a powerful soul. Soul's critical boost, which is the Enigma Resonator one again. Enigma Resonator once again, there we go. And it does also drop 2 more XP if you kill something. It's called the XP Gathering. But there are so many other weapons that are so much better than this. Also, I forgot to mention, how do you even get these, you might be asking? It's pretty easy. Some of these are usually found in chests and trading. That's basically it. But as you can see, there are some weapons that you can actually use and can be crafted. Basically, like a sword can be crafted in a smithing table with an iron sword, an iron ingot, and will create a sword. It's the same with the iron or diamond sword, the pickaxe, and a diamond pickaxe. Anyway, let's go forward. The rapier, a nimble and narrow blade, strikes with quick ferocity, fast thrusts, 2 attack damage and 4 attack speed. It's basically like the Fighter's Binding, but well, just 1. The Bee Stinger. The Bee Stinger, a swift blade inspired by the bee's barb, can draw friendly bees into to fight alongside you. Chance to summon bee, which is the Buzzy Bee effect. It does actually work, and it's really, really cool. It's basically a pet bee. The Freezing Foil. This needle-like blade is cold to the touch and makes quick work of any cut. That slows mobs and is basically freezing. The Soul Scythe. A cruel reaper of souls, the Soul Scythe is unsentimental in its work. 2+ XP gathering. That's basically it. The Soul Scythe is usually used for that. All of the scythes actually have XP gathering. The Frost Scythe is an indestructible blade that is freezing to the touch and never seems to melt, which is just freezing. The next one is the Jailer Scythe. This scythe belonged to the terror of High-Block Keep, the Jailer. Binds and chains enemies, chains 1, which does actually just keep the enemy in one place, which is really cool. It does have 5 attack damage, which is really good. The Curved Blade, wielded by the warriors of the Swift Coast, requires a steady hand in battle. The next one is Dancer's Sword. Warriors who view battle as a dance with death prefer double-bladed swords. It does increase the attack speed, which is, of course, it's actually like the Mauler. The Nameless Blade. This deadly blade's story was lost to the endless sands of time. Weakens enemy attacks, which just gives weakness. The sword is a sturdy and reliable blade. It doesn't have any effects. It's really cool. The Diamond Sword is a true mark of a hero and accomplished adventurer, which is a sharpness 1. It has a sharpness 1 on it, which is pretty good. The Hogbrand, sorry. The Hogbrand is the legendary sword of the proven warriors. Increased critical chance, which is just a critical hit. It does even more critical damage. The Sinister Sword. The Sinister Sword, drawn to those who face the spookiest of nights, cuts through the night with a howl. Increased critical chance with a critical hit 1, because it's literally the same as the Hogbrand, but it looks cool. The Pickaxe. The pickaxe has been the iconic tool of adventurers and heroes for as long as anyone can remember. The diamond is one of the most durable materials, making it an excellent choice for a pickaxe. Finds more valuables, which is a Prospector 1. However, the description might say that in Minecraft it is durable. In real life it is, but it's really, really bad to work with because of its durability and its connection with the atoms. The next one is the Battle Staff. The Battle Staff is a perfectly balanced staff that is ready for any battle. It has 3 attack damage and 3.2 attack speed, which is not bad. The next one is the Battle Staff of Terror. This staff overwhelms its targets in battle to explosive effect. Defeated mobs explode, which I do want to showcase once again. Let me get a piggy. pig. And yep, there we go. If I put some more pigs down and kill him quickly, if he goes that way, yeah, as you can see, they will get damaged quite a lot. No, come back, buddy. Okay, fine, I'm just going to put them into the pan or something. So, put this on the side. There we go. Now they can't escape. And, bada bing bada boom, they can explode, and this can create a small chain reaction if you can kill them quickly, which is pretty cool. Anyway, let's kill these other boys, so they won't interrupt my shooting. There we go. And let's take a look at the next one. The Growing Staff. A staff that grows and shifts as it attacks. The Growing Staff is unpredictable and powerful. Increased damage to wounded mobs, which is really good as well, because if you attack them longer, you will get more damage. The Axe. The Axe is an effective weapon, favored by the relentless vindicators of the Arch-Illager's army. It can also be created like the same, like the pickaxe and the sword. The Firebrand, crafted in the blackest depths of the fiery forge and enchanted with fiery powers. It has fire aspect, that's it. The Highland Axe, I can't speak. Expertly crafted and polished weapon of the war. The Highland Axe also makes a daring back scratcher. It stuns mobs, which I believe is just slowness maybe, and it actually does have a weakness as well, I believe. Double Axe, a devastating weapon fit for barbaric fighters. This can only be found, and there is no craft for that. Cursed Axe, this cursed poisonous axe leaves their victims sick for years with just a single scratch. Defeating mobs explode once again, which is pretty cool. The Whirlwind Forge during an epic windstorm is double-bladed axe that levitates slightly. Cast shockwaves. I do want to see, what does this do? I don't think I will. I try this out. It only tried out the coolest ones. Oh, it literally creates a shockwave, which is kind of an explosion, it seems. Okay, so let's go back. The next one is the Mace. The Mace is a brutal tool of war, and what it lacks in finesse, it makes up for in power. The Flail. This ancient weapon inflicts grave, blunt damage to those who cannot evade the deadly metal ball. Binds and chains enemies once again. The Sun's Grace. This mace engraved with secret healing runes grants powerful restorative powers. Heals allies in an area. I don't have friends right now on here, so can't really showcase that, but they do. It does. The Great Hammer. Blacksmith and soldiers alike use the Great Hammer for its strength in forging and in battle. It does look really cool, and it is pretty strong. As you can see, 10 attack damage, but 0.8 attack speed. The Hammer of Gravity. The Hammer of Gravity, or the hammer, embedded with a crystal that it harnesses the power of gravity. It is incredibly powerful. Pulls in enemies, gravity, which literally pulls enemies towards you. I don't know why you want that, but sure, it's cool for you. The Stormlander. The Stormlander enchanted with the power of raging storms. It is a treasure of the Illagers. Fires lightning bolts, the Thundering One, which I do want to showcase as well, which is because it's really fun and really strong. However, this pig will become a piglin, or a pig, something, or that. That's also a really good effect it can have. But let me actually use in a creeper maybe. Let's see. And bada bing bada boom, or bada bing bada boom. Yeah, forgot to say that it does only work sometimes. It did strike the armor stands once again, so if you are near any armor stands, be aware of that. The next one is the Katana, a blade fit for expert warriors and fighters. Its blade is crafted to inflict precision damage, which is really good. It's almost like a great hammer, but it's it does deal less damage, just a bit. It's just a bit faster once again. The Dark Katana, a blade that will not rest until the battle has been won. Extra damage to undead, which is just smite 1. The Master's Katana. The Master's Katana existed throughout the ages, appearing to heroes at the right moment. Increased critical chance, which is really good. The next one is a Soul Knife. A ceremonial knife that uses magical energy to hold to the wrath of soul inside its blade, which is just XP gathering, that's it. The Eternal Knife. The storming aura surrounds this knife as if it has existed for all time and will outlive us all, just to gain XP, which is the Soul Siphon, and does grant XP gathering. The Truth Seeker. The warden of High Block Keep kept this unpleasant blade by their side during the interrogations. Increased damage to wounded mobs once again. The Claymore, a massive sword that seems impossibly heavy yet rests easily is in the just warrior's hands. The Broadsword, only those with the strength of a champion and the heart of a hero can carry this massive blade. Extra damage, sharpness 1, and powerful pushback. It does only give the Claymore does only give powerful pushback once again. The Heart Stealer, gifted to one of the Arch-Illager's most distinguished generals upon their conquest of the Squid Coast. This rune blade is infused with dark witchcraft. Leeches health through mobs, which is just leeching or lifesteal, and it does have a powerful pushback. The Great Axe Blade, really funny weapon. A lucky blacksmith turned a workshop blunder into battlefield wonder, fusing two weapons into something new. Boosts attack, next attack on jump, which is, I believe, just sharpness for critical damage if you want to jump attack. The spear. The spear is when it's its long range, reach and powerful range is a strange let's start it again. My English is just really fading away as much as I get into this video. Anyway, the spear with its long reach and powerful range is a solid choice of weapon. It just has long melee reach. The Fortune Spear, a spear that is watched over by lucky souls, bring luck to any who wield it. Mob Job Mordut, which is Fortune 1, the long melee reach as well. The Whispering Spear, the legend says that this cursed spear is played by a soul that controls the mind of any who wield it. Sometimes strikes twice. Echo. And this is the last 5. Oh boy. The Glaive. The glaive wielded by the servants of the Nameless Ones. Nameless One is a weapon with silent power, long melee reach. A relic from Ages of Darkness. This glaive radiates potent magical energy to ward off the undead, which is the Grave Bane, and it's just a smite 1 with longer range. The Venom Glaive. A toxic cloud seems to follow the Venom Glaive wherever it goes. It does spawn poison clouds, which is really powerful. The Whip. A whip made of sturdy rope, very dangerous in the right hands. It only has longer range and 2+ attack reach, which is really good. That's actually what I meant to say. Okay. A sturdy whip made from thick thorn-laden vines, capable of poisoning anything it touches. Be careful not to scratch yourself. It does spawn poison clouds, which is really good. Oh my god, my jaw hurts after that much of talking. Anyway, next is the range weapons. Okay, so let's take a look at this. There's not much, but there's still a lot. We're just going to probably go over which is which. I won't read the description. The Bombo, which arrows growth in size, is growing. However, I did try to use this, but I didn't know how it works. It must be that the arrow damage grows in size. The Twin Bow shoots 2 enemies at once, which is a bonus shot. This is interesting because it doesn't actually work like you think. Let me actually stand near an armor stand, so if I shoot that way, it will actually shoot that armor stand, which just got deleted out of the game. Good to know. Anyway, the next is the Haunted Bow. Shoots 2 enemies at once, which is the bonus shot once again. The Soul Bow, which does grant XP gathering. The Bow of Lost Souls, which fires 3 arrows, which is a multi-shot. It's really good, but it does have quite a lot of pull time, and it also does it in a actually a multi-shot crossbow. The Nocturnal Bow, it steals speed, the Tempo Theft, which if you shoot enemies, I believe they just get slowness and you will get speed. The Power Bow, strong charge attacks, which is, I believe, it just makes the bow a lot more stronger. That's it. The Ellie Power Bow, strong charge attacks and greater damage, which is a power 1. The Subreving, yes, okay. Strong charge attacks once again, and heals allies in area, which is the Radiance shot. It's really good. The Longbow, it is just a strong charge attacks, and we also have a short bow. The Guardian Bow, as it's basically the same as the last few, and the Supercharged Arrows, which is just supercharge. The next one is the Rat Snake, just for arrows to explode, which is a fuse shot. The Hunting Bow, Pets attack targeted mobs, which is really good if you have any dogs. The Hunter's Promise, pets attack targeted mobs, and chance to regain arrows, which is a replenish. The Master's Bow, pets attack targeted mobs once again, and extra damage dealt, which is just a power 1. Pets attack targeted mobs, this is the Ancient Bow, and boosts next attack on jump, which is a Dynamo. Then there's the Short Bow, which doesn't have any special attacks. The Mechanical Short Bow, which is accelerated fire rate, which is the Accelerate. I believe it just shoots faster. Yes, it does. Who could have guessed? It's really fun to use as well. The next one is the Purple Storm, which is the increased fire rate once again, but it's purple. The Love Spell Bow heals allies in the area, which is a radiant shot. The Chick Bow hits multiple targets. The Green Menace spawns poison clouds once again and hits multiple targets as well, which I believe just is piercing. The Pink Scoundrel jumps to enrage mobs, which is the Wild Rage, and hits multiple targets. The Freezes on Impact, which is the Snow Bow. The Winter's Touch fires 3 arrows when charged and freezes on impact. I just want to showcase how this will work. It's basically just multi-shot once again, multi-shot. The Epic Crossbow is just a high fire rate. The Butterfly Crossbow, which is a high fire rate and shoots 2 enemies at once, which is the bonus shot we saw not long ago. The Auto Crossbow, high fire rate and fire rate increases upon firing. Now I don't know what this means. It does seem that it has a faster fire rate, but I tried it and it didn't work. The Azure Seeker, increased fire rate, quick charge, and faster projectiles, which is really good. The Slicer fires piercing bolts, piercing 1, and faster projectiles. The Heavy Crossbow, powerful shots but slow fire rate. At powerful shots, an additional knockback, which is just punch 1, and slow fire rate once again. The Slayer Crossbow, powerful shots, chance to ricochet, and slow fire rate. Soul Crossbow is just the XP gathering. Soul's Critical Boost as well, the Enigma Resonator, and the XP gathering. The Void Caller pulls enemies in, which is the Gravity and XP gathering. The Scatter Bow is just multiple projectiles, which is, I believe, just multi-shot. The Harp Crossbow, which I gotta admit, it does look like a harp. This one as well. Multiple projectiles and even more projectiles, which is, I believe, just 5 projectiles. It is 5 projectiles, which is really good. Really good if you're at close range. It's just a shotgun. The Lightning Harp Crossbow, which is a chance to ricochet, but multiple projectiles, and it will lose its multi-shot. The Exploding Crossbow explodes on impact, which is pretty good because it does do this. Let's take a look. There we go. It doesn't damage any ground, so you can actually use it safely. The Firebolt Thrower explodes an impact and chance of chain reaction, which is a chain reaction. I want to showcase this one as well. Give it a second. It doesn't seem that it actually chain reacts, but it does chain react on mobs. Talking about mobs, that's times a day. There we go. The next one is the Imploding Crossbow. Pulls enemies in and gravity and explodes. The Burst Crossbow fast multiple projectiles. The Corrupted Crossbow boosts next attack on jump, which is the Dynamo, and fast multiple projectiles. The Soul Hunter, Soul's Critical Boost, Enigma Resonator, and the fast multiple projectiles. That has a Dual Crossbow, or the double projectiles, which I believe is just actually a really small crossbow. Look at that boy. It's really small. It does shoot 2 projectiles or 2 arrows. The last is the Baby Crossbow, which arrows grow in size and double projectiles once again. That was the range. Oh my god. The next few is actually the artifacts, which is really interesting. First, let's take a look at the Boots of Swift. I wanted to talk really fast, but I can't. The Boots of Swiftness, which gives a short boost of movement speed. As you can see, it does. It does. The next one is the Death Cap Shroom. Greatly increases attack and movement speed. As you can see, it does. And the haste is really fast with this, as you can see, but it also has a 30-second cooldown. The next one is the Golem Kit. Summons an Iron Golem to aid you in battle. Bada bing bada boom, that's an iron. And you can actually command them of where to go, or just spawn another, I believe. The next one is the Tasty Bone. Summons a wolf to aid you in battle. Hey buddy. And it does this interesting sound effect. The Wonderful Wheat. Summons a llama to aid you. Good. uh, the Gong of Weakening weakens the enemies around you, decreasing their damage and defensive capabilities. So if I... It's just a bell sound. It's really good though, however. Lightning Rod. You can spend XP to attack nearby enemies with a Lightning Strike. It requires 15 XP, which I doesn't seem I have. But it does just do a Lightning Strike, which is really good. The Ironhide Amulet. The Ironhide Amulet is both ancient and timeless. Stands mysteriously and endlessly slips through the cracks in the iron. Provides a major boost to defense for a short time, which is just a resistance. The last one in this lineup, is the Love Medallion. Turn up to 3 hostile mobs into allies for 10 seconds before they disappear. It's pretty good, but there aren't any hostile mobs here, so I can't really use it. However, I will do this because I don't want them here. Come on, die! You, God damn it! Don't shock the armor. Bastard, die! There we go. I like how it shocks literally everything else except the llama. Sorry, buddy. The game was rigged from the start. Anyway, the next lineup is pretty good as well. Once again, all of these are really good. The Ghost Cloak. Briefly gain ghost form, allowing you to move through mobs and absorb some damage. You can't move through walls though, which should have been better. But it does give, as you can see, glowing, speed, resistance, and invisibility, which is really cool. The next one is the Harvester. The Harvester siphons the souls of the dead before releasing them into cluster hacks of power. When used, the Harvester releases souls in an explosion. As you can see, it does. However, you will need 40 XP to use that. The Shock Powder. Shock Powder is a reliable tool. Or I'm just not going to read that. Stuns nearby enemies. It's basically that. I don't really have anything else. 15-second cooldown. The Corrupted Seeds. A bunch of poisonous or not going to read that. Grow grapple vines, which inflict poison. Briefly entangles mobs and some poisons entangled mobs. Which is interesting because it didn't. The Ice Wand. Creatures creates large ice blocks that can crush your foes, which is basically what we saw with the Ice Soldier. The Wind Horn pushes enemies away from you and slows them briefly. I believe this is actually the sound of the 1.17 horn. The Soul Healer heals the most injured ally nearby, including yourself, which is really good. I'm not hurt, so I can't really use it. The Life Feather lets you tumble through the air, stunning and pushing enemies back as you go, which is pretty good. As you can see, I will just get pushed up a bit. The Flaming Quiver turns the next 7 arrows you shoot into burning arrows, which is really good, but it does have a 30-second cooldown. Let's clear my inventory, and the last few is actually the last few. The next one is the Torment Quiver. Makes the next 3 arrows you shoot apply high knockback to mobs and pass through walls, which is really good. It does need 10 XP. It does have XP gathering and 2-second cooldown. The next one is the Totem of Regeneration, a totem that creates a circular aura, healing you and your allies, which is just a potion of regeneration, so as you can see here. The Totem of Shielding. This totem has mystical powers that shield those around it from projectiles, which is shielding. It actually is a different potion effect, which is really cool. The Totem of Soul Protection. 5-second duration, 1-second cooldown, 1 XP gathering, and requires 5 XP. Creates a space around the totem which, when you or allies die within, revives the player, which is really cool. This is the Soul Protection. The last few is really interesting. The Corrupted Beacon. The Corrupted Beacon holds immense power within it. It waits for the moment to unleash its wrath. There's a high-powered beam that continuously damages mobs. As you can see here, it's literally a beam, which is really cool. It does look wonky, but it's a beam. The next one is Buzzy Nest. When the Buzzy Nest is placed on the ground, bees who will fight beside you begin to spawn. I don't want to use this because it's really loud, but around 3 bees spawn. The next one is the Enchanted Grass. Randomly summons one of the 3 sheep allies that can grant either speed, poison, or fire effects. This one is a speed, it seems. The last one is the Corrupted Pumpkin. Fires a high-powered beam that continuously damages mobs. 1 XP gathering. So if I kill this boy, I can spawn one again in 30 seconds. I really like this one, this potato, or pumpkin, sorry, because orange laser, and I like orange because I'm a fox, who could have guessed? Okay, whew, the last few, because this is actually 49 minutes long. I'm sorry for watching this. The armors. The video is so long, I'm not actually going to talk about all of the armors. However, I will take a look at them each because they do look really interesting. I do like them. However, they do have titty plates, which is weird, just a bit. I do really like the skeleton ones, and the ocelots, the mob ones as well. Even the ice and the cloak ones, and one of my most liked ones is actually the fox vest and the fox hood, because I'm a fox. Now I'm double fox. Yay, that's pretty cool. Anyway, that was a really long recording session. I was Walter Fox. Thank you for watching, and thank you for even watching this video to the end. Hopefully you did actually watch it, and hopefully you didn't just click to the end. Anyway, I was Walter Fox. Thank you for watching, and my next few videos I'm going to be as long, hopefully. My mouth hurts, oh my god. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you want to, you can actually subscribe and maybe even push that notification button. So yeah, I'm saying it once again, thank you for watching. I was Walter Fox, and well, goodbye.